Hello. Did you know that Frenchies, Bulldogs, and Bully breeds have been one of the top breed in the U.S. and other countries? Um, that just seems to be the breed to have. Now, as a veterinarian, I just want to give you a little bit of information about the breed, the cost, the maintenance, the cons, the pros, just a whole overall holistic view of them, just so that you are informed. So the next time you come into your local vet, it's not going to be a surprise. So, general description: the heights of, specifically like Frenchies for the most portion, are going to be like 13 inches, 37, 35 centimeters or so if you're on that type of scale. Max weight around 27, 28 pounds. Their temperament, they tend to be pretty friendly, very playful. They're pretty good family dogs, honestly. And in terms of their appearance, they come in several types of brindle, fawn, different colors. However, the biggest thing I want to point out is that they have the short nose, short face, and wrinkled skin. Very stocky, very powerful, well muscled dogs. This includes the bulldogs and bully breeds as well. I personally have not seen them older in age to where they tend to have like muscle loss or muscle wasting. These dogs tend to be pretty well built even in their older age. Now, life expectancy for these guys, you're looking at some of the shortest, so around 9 to 12 years. And this has a lot to do with their overall breed conformation, what they were particularly bred to look like. So, cost and maintenance. So, the average cost of a purebred like Frenchie, anywhere from 2,000 up to $10,000. Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and have to pull out that checkbook because these are the ones you're gonna have to put a down deposit on. And definitely more towards the 8 to 10,000 if you're looking for the fluffy coated ones, the blue coated. Yeah, those are gonna be more expensive. And then if you're going to like a I hate to say it, but like a backyard breeder, you're still gonna pay about $1,500 to about $3,500 per puppy. And this is really just lumped into a cost that the fact that these dogs, for the majority, like over 75% of them, they do require C-section to have their puppies. They're not bred the best in terms of genetics. They have very narrow pelvic inlets, and they have trouble with these large head dogs coming out naturally. So typically, they're going to have a C-section. Increased medical costs. Yes. Okay. So because they do have short noses, all the wrinkles on their face, they are prone to we call like brachycephalic airway syndrome or brachycephalic airway obstruction syndrome. So this basically means that for one, look at their nose. Okay, their nose is too small. The holes in their nares, it's too small to adequately pull in air to their lungs to utilize for the rest of their body. Hence why you hear them snoring a lot while they're awake. Also while they're sleeping, but definitely while they're awake. And then the other thing is, on top of that, they have these sort of like elongated soft palates. So basically, like the back top of your mouth, it kind of extends, right? So it's a flap of tissue that, again, obstructs their airway. And that can also lead to that loud, raspy noise when they're breathing. So the two main surgeries that they tend to come in for is a nose job and a elongated palate resection, right? These are both definitely come with their high risk just because swelling after surgery can lead to other problems. But yeah, generally maintenance on top of that too, considering that they do have the wrinkles on their face. When the skin is touching skin, if you're not really cleaning these dogs regularly, I mean, at least wiping their folds and all those little layers of skin down at least once a day, bacteria and yeast will like to grow in them crevices. Okay, where there's like a dark, cool, moist environment, yeah, get ready for a vet visit and a skin cytology. So, maintenance, medical costs, You're looking at maybe about up to $2,400 a year just on that alone. Average pet insurance for these guys up to about $170 a month. Can get it as low as $70, But again, this does increase with age. And a lot of these insurance companies, they do not cover pets in this breed, like Frenchies specifically, over 10 years old. Well, there's one spot. Other than that, a lot of them, there's probably a few more, but most of them do not cover dogs. And even then, if they do cover it, you're looking at $300 a month. So definitely look into that. But it's still worth it given these dogs have a lot of medical issues. It's just that you need to be prepared for all their expenses. So the cost of the nose job, elongated soft palate surgery, looking like up to $2,500 on top of that. Bulldogs specifically can get urethral prolapses, like when they're less than a year old. So if they're like humping a lot of things, breathing a lot, you can see some like blood from the penis, prepuce area, and boom, take to the vet, do a full exam, and you might have a very common urethral prolapse. Now, this surgery can easily cost about $1,500. So keep that in mind. Now, the cost of a C-section, if you're planning on breeding them, yeah, you're looking at up to like $3,000 each time. And then if your dog is overweight, which these dogs are prone to being obese and overweight, add on a few extra $100 on that. So that's kind of the general cost maintenance description for these pets. Some of the cons, we kind of went over already, but the brachycephalic airway syndrome, they don't do well with humid, hot heat, okay? They need AC. They need cool, crisp weather. They can easily overheat. Hence why that a few years ago they had those airlines that banned these breeds because, yeah, they do not do well in confined small, stuffy spaces. They can easily go into a respiratory crisis. Skin fold dermatitis. Yeah, they are prone to skin issues. Narrow pelvic inlet requires a C-section. So definitely keep that in mind for the females. Some other things, they can be born with weird shaped vertebrae, like along the bones along the spine. Yeah, that can happen as well. Can lead to early arthritis and back pain as they get older. Another thing is like if you see some dogs, especially like other bully breeds, some Frenchies as well, you can see like they have a little red, little protruding tissue at the corners of their eyes, commonly known as like a prolapsed third eyelid. These are also very common. Most of them can cause chronic eye irritation, inflammation, require surgery. So a few extra $100 for that. Sleep apnea. Yeah, they're due poor nasal conformation. Bulldogs, we mentioned the urethral prolapse at a very young age. And then the allergies in general, like watery eyes, GI issues, licking their paws, licking their feet, itching, they are prone to this. So just so that you know, be prepared if you're getting this dog breed. You're already paying several thousands of dollars. Equally have that same amount, if not double the amount that you paid for them for their medical expenses on top of their general maintenance every year. It's a shame sometimes of course they're cute in their own way and people love these dogs. Of course, they're great family dogs, are very sweet, but it does come at a cost. And honestly, there are so many dogs out there that I know that you would grow to love. And if this maintenance is just not in your budget, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. And even if it is, sometimes it can be a lot to deal with, and that's also okay. So that's all that I have for now. If you have a Frenchie, Bulldog, Bully breed, congratulations. I know they're going to be loved. Make sure you keep a close connection with your veterinarian. You might need them in the future. All right, guys, until next time, I'm Dr. Morris, Botanical Vet. If you have any other questions or concerns, put them in the comments. If you also want me to talk about a different breed, add that in the comments as well. All right, until next time.